Nested product URLs are unnecessary for most Shopify stores. However, this functionality is active by default. Luckily, you can clean up your product URL structure by simply updating a few lines of code in your theme files. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to update your Shopify theme and give you the full framework plus AI prompts to help you update your store's code no matter what theme you use. Removing this nested product URL functionality from your Shopify store is one of the easiest ways to clean up your store's URL structure. And what I mean here by nested product URLs is what happens by default in Shopify when you go to a collection page, click through the products where the collection name gets added to the URL of the product that you click through to. So a couple of examples here where you have different products listed, and say for this tungsten ring one, so it's brown tungsten ring, brush finish, 8mm. That's the actual product slug, product name. So that's the main product URL, normal product URL, whatever you want to call it. But say I have that same product is listed under my 8mm tungsten ring category collection, as well as the brown tungsten ring collection. So when I click through to that specific product from each of those collections, the URL, when I click through to that product from either of those collections, the collection name gets added to the beginning of the product slug, which is undesirable. So basically what this means, we'll have 3 different versions of the exact same product. So 3 URLs for the same product, which, it's just confusing. And just don't need these extra ones to just show up in the first place. So one thing I want to make you aware before just like making any changes across your store, be careful making this update to remove this functionality. Could break things, especially if you link to these types of URLs, the nested URLs from emails or from social media or wherever else that you might be linking to. So just be careful if you're already actively using the full nested URL somewhere in your marketing strategy. So don't want to break anything if it's already working well. This is just like ideally what you want to do to just simplify things regarding your URL structure. So how to fix. Basically, you need to peruse around your theme files, depending on what theme you use, the exact kind of snippets that you need to update, as well as the files that they might fall under will vary. So I'm going to give you a framework to work through. So I'll go over the AI prompt to use in just a second, but I just wanted to show you what this actually looks like. So depending on your setup, of course, these are the types of code that you want to look for. So it's like within collection. So you can see it's like product URL and then within collection. You basically need to just remove that from whatever theme file or theme files it is included in, as well as possibly this URL category. This is what I had to do on a specific store. So being sure to mention it. Basically, you see how it's like adding the category and then products in the URL after that. So these are the types of code snippets that you want to look out for. So possible file names that you want to investigate and check that you need to remove those snippets from. Here is just a list. So depending on your theme, you can go one by one in your favorite AI tool to check which ones need to be updated. The most recent store I was working on uses the Gecko theme. So I actually had to update these 3 files, none of these, but you can start with one of these and just go one by one to check where you need to update it. So getting into the exact AI prompt that you can use for guidance if you get stuck or simply just don't know what you're doing here, like I did when I first started this, what I would recommend is just finding your collection.liquid or collection page.liquid file as a starting point. So under online store, themes, click the 3 dots, edit code. That'll take you to your Shopify themes code editor. And just filter by collection to find collection page or just the regular collection.liquid. Those are a few starting points you can consider. So I would choose either of those. What you want to do is just, here is the full prompt that you can take to try out. Basically just explaining what's going on, what you need, and then just giving it that liquid file. So I want to update my Shopify theme to remove the collection page names from product URLs, i.e. URL structured like collection slash collection name slash product name instead of just slash product name. When products are accessed from a given collection page, what theme files do I need to update to remove all instances causing these nested URLs across my store? The code snippets to remove typically include this within collection and or URL category. Attached is my current collection.liquid file as a starting point. So that's what I would start with. And I can show you just an example of my process here that I went through. So pasted in the collection.liquid. So here, because it gave me a few suggestions, which I didn't even have any of those files for my theme. So it wasn't applicable. But what I'm giving you is something that will work. So here is kind of starting point that I used, similar to what I'm recommending here. So just I pasted in the full collection.liquid file as it was for the AI tool, in this case, Claude.ai, to examine the code. You can see, gave me another option. Okay, I can see based on your collection.liquid file, here are a couple of other files that you want to check out to see, that could be the culprit here. So just gives you a few different options. And if I went ahead and gave it the collection_page.liquid file as the next step for it to analyze. And that's where it gave me these 3 files. So whatever PR loop grid, PR loop list, .liquid files. There were 3 files in this case that I had to update. And basically just gave me in each file exactly what I had to update. So the code here to remove the within collection that I mentioned before, as well as I had to update another one. So to remove, and basically I had to make a couple of updates here. I can show you what this looked like. So for example, in this PR loop list .liquid file, I had to remove here, for me, it was like line 29 within collection. So I had to remove that. And then also remove this URL category here. That's changes I had to make, and similar for these other files as well, the loop grid 1 and 2 .liquid files. And in my case, those were the 3 that I had to update. Like I said, your experience will vary depending on the exact theme you use and whatever modifications you might already have made to your theme. So keep that in mind. This is just kind of an overall framework that should work regardless of whatever theme you use. So try it out. And just want to reiterate, be sure to remove all instances of all possible theme files that could be causing this nested URL structure. Yes, that's why I wanted to be sure to point out that I had to update 3 different files. So you might have to as well. Hopefully you just have to update one, but just be on the lookout. Keep asking AI, hey, are you sure there's no other file that could be causing this? Just to make sure that you only have to fix this once and just do it right the first time. So after you make the changes, save everything, and you want to just check that everything works. So basically, go to a few different collection pages, do a hard refresh, and just double check now. So here, for example, on this collection page, and when I hover over the product, you can see now the URL just contains products. It doesn't have collection / 8mm tungsten ring / products. Now it's simply the main product URL is the only one that exists now. And after you make this change as well, verify that it works. You also want to just block these nested URLs from getting crawled in the first place. So you want to add this disallow rule to your robots.txt file. So if you've had these URLs crawled, possibly indexed as well, which I have another video on how to no index them, but you can just be sure to disallow them. So no matter what happens, they just won't show up anymore across your store. So just to be very thorough about removing these completely from your store. That does it for this video. If you found it helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to help the channel. And for more technical SEO goodies, check the first link in the description below for a full 90+ page guide on everything technical SEO for Shopify stores. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.